Eu estou aqui no Escritório de Arquitetura, big. People say here is a architecture office, but I think it's much more than that.
I think we're incredibly interested, of course, in the physical object of the building. But more than that, I think we see architecture as the potential to create society and to almost shape the world around you. For example, I mean, one of the things we've been very interested in recently is this idea of social infrastructure. So taking the infrastructure of the past and turning it into the social infrastructure of the present. One example is the Superkilen Park here in Copenhagen, which is actually a disused former rail yards in one of the most ethnically diverse and sort of challenged neighborhoods. So what we did was we went to the public and we said, what would you like to see here?
That's
and
nice.
We made the park, in fact, sort of a global collection of objects, each one that represents one of the nationalities that lives in that area. With the Lego project, one of the very interesting things that we learned about it from the beginning is that from the outset the client said that this project is not about selling Lego bricks, but rather Lego is very, very focused on creativity and childhood development. It's very much about this kind of learning experience. Of course, the building itself appears almost as a stack of Lego bricks. So there's not a single column in the entire building.
Oh, really?
It looks like it's just stacked boxes as you would stack Legos. So it's almost like these boxes that are interconnected. And it was very important that it actually almost appears effortless as Lego, which of course is held together by sort of the magic of what they call clutch, or the physics of what they call clutch power. And we've sort of discovered Lego as almost like a golden ratio of architecture where even the stairs are in the same proportion as well.
Your competition to build a waste plant here.
The director of the plant was very interested in this idea that in a traditional industrial off from the city, it's a place that you don't really go to. And she was interested in the idea that it could instead be welcoming and somehow integrated to the city instead. So the challenge for us was how do we actually add architectural form that gives value to the building. We could just make a green hill that goes on top and people would go there, but the challenge with that is why would you walk up to the top of a green hill, and if you did it once, would you go there again? So the Danes love to ski, but Denmark, as you know, is completely flat. There's not a single hill here, and somehow, I mean, we thought, if you're going to go to a waste plant and go up 100 meters, you're not going to want to walk up a park to get there. It needs to be something where you go up not only once, but over and over again. And skiing seemed to be the perfect solution to what is a functional issue of how do you create public engagement and make it an active place that is actually worth the investment.
How do you see architecture in the future?
I think architecture is going to be seen as something that is less sort of a series of objects that inhabit the landscape, but rather something that actually disappears into a more seamless experience of urban life and how people inhabit and use the city. At least, certainly that's the direction that we would love to see it evolve in.